Hey vegan hearts! The world needs more vegans. I think the world needs every human being to be a vegan to heal all its problems. And in today's video, I want to talk about emotional detox in yoga. So the yoga practice, first when I started, was like a physical thing because I wanted to overcome pain. I was suffering for over 18 months of sciatic pain, which was very horrific. Actually, it was the worst pain I've ever had, and I don't want anyone to have this pain. And I started affirming I can heal myself all the time. And that led me to certain adjustments in my diet. I started consuming more citric fruit and lemon juice. I started eliminating totally oil and salt. But that was giving some relief. But the turning point was when I started doing yoga on a daily basis, and this made all the difference for me. So the electrical pain now is gone, but I still have it's still not 100% like it was before. So I'm still very careful when I still avoid running. I still avoid running up and down the stairs. I'm still careful. I'm sort of a little traumatized, and I don't want to overdo it too quickly. So when I first started with my yoga practice, was just it was exclusively like a physical thing, like exercise, like weightlifting or running or whatever you want to take. And I'm now 6 months in. So I started in March. Started in March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So over 6 months now. And it's not exercise. I can feel that it's much deeper. And so to today in back bending, I must say that my back bend gets deeper and deeper. So I really feel a difference. I can tell how much I can see behind me. So I first started out, I couldn't even see the other wall where, the corner where the other wall starts, where the wall touches the ceiling. I couldn't see that point. So now when I'm doing it, I can see the candle standing on the table. The table is like a little bit deeper than my hip. So I can go much deeper in the back bend than in the beginning. And it's always like, I start at a point, I go as far as I can go. And then there's 2 weeks where I work on this stretch. And then after 2 weeks, there's the new status quo. And then it goes like again. So then I have 2 weeks of stretching, and then I feel that I have a new status quo. So now I have this new status quo. It's pretty deep, or it feels deep. And when I play with this new limitation or with this new border, anxiety is coming up again. I feel tightness in my throat. My heart, sometimes my heart beats very fast, and I feel like I sweat. I start sweating, so it's like sort of, I don't know, it's very uncomfortable, and sometimes I feel like I'm suffocating, and it's not because I'm not doing it right. So I always, I'm very tuned with my body now after over 6 months, and I know what I have to take care of. So how I breathe, how I align my spine, the shoulder blades, my feet, everything. I have always everything in control. So this is emotional. So I don't know, I feel it's very hard to understand, but emotions get obviously trapped in the body. And when you do yoga, these emotions which you never expressed, they have the chance to get out. So when I get in this very uncomfortable state, I just affirm that, okay, that is a good thing. It's good that this emotion now can get out of my system. I hope it gets out, get out of my system. I'm grateful that healing is possible. So this is I'm healing, or this emotion is now out of my system. I try to think like that. When I feel this intensity, I get out of the back bend, and then I make a twist and a side twist, and then I catch my breath again, take my hands in prayer, and then I go back. So I avoid, and I said before I start, when I wake up, I drink my water, and I try to get in tune with my body. Is it a day where I can push, or is it more a day where I just do it because I can say afterwards I did it? Because it's not, for example, when I'm on my period, I don't push, I don't try to go as far as I can go. And today was pretty intense, and to me it's emotional detox, alright? Yoga is I detox emotions, negative emotions which are trapped in my body. I detox them out. And it's not fun, okay? It's absolutely not fun. It's not funny, and I don't enjoy it. And but I'm not scared for doing it tomorrow again, right? I know that I can go through it. I know that I have to go through it. I really want to keep doing it, and I'm pretty sure that I can. So, and just keep going. When you're the person I was before I started changing my diet and starting a daily yoga practice, for me my highest value was comfort, and so things had to be easy and tasty. Alright? Comfort with easiness and tasty. So things had to be easy and tasty. So now my standards is a little bit different. I cannot go there. When I stay on this easy and tasty road, I don't know. I think it will lead me to cancer and I don't know what else. But it's not a good life that comes out of it. If your highest value is easiness and that things are tasty, that is your highest value, how you choose, how you live, and what you put into your mouth, you're doomed. I'm telling you that. Alright, also how I strengthen my hip further, since now the electrical pain is gone. I felt still a weakness in this joint. It's my left hip joint, and I figured out something. I didn't do a Google search. I didn't search on YouTube. It was just something that popped into my head, and I tried it out. And it's not a super fancy equipment that I have. So I have 2 bottles filled with sand, and I wrapped them in a scarf. And this is my kettlebell now. I put that weight on my feet, on my left foot, and let's say I can lower my feet from the ground like this, and then I put the weight on, and then I try to get a little bit further. I do this 2 times, 3 times, because it's very hard to do, and I'm doing this for a couple of days now. And when I the next day or 2 days later, when I try to lift up my leg, I can feel a difference. So in the beginning, I couldn't get my heel from the floor, or barely from the floor. And now I can lift it easily, pretty high. So it's still not, this that my foot is on the height of my hip. I'm still far away from it, but I can see that makes a difference. So if I lift up my leg with a weight, it's not like I'm doing like 50 reps or something. It's like 2 or 3 because it's so hard for me. But that makes all the difference. All right. I go as far as I can go with the weight, and then I try to get a little bit further. One time, first time I was so exhausted, I stopped here. It's like just 2 or 3 times, 1 time a day after my yoga practice. And I can feel a difference. That makes really a difference. I can really recommend it. And I feel that my joint is getting stronger. There's really a difference. It's just a couple of days that I'm doing this. And I'm doing this with my arms, because I realize that my shoulders are very tight too. So I grab the weight with my hand, then I try to lower my arm as far as I can, and then release, and maybe another time. Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to tell my experience with emotional detox, and that it's not fun, but I feel that in the end, I benefit from it. But there are some dark places which want to be discovered. Okay, I'm going to finish off this video with a request. Please go vegan. Veganize it. Veganize your mind. Veganize your heart. Veganize your life. Bye.